What's happening? Gonna wait for a few more people to get up here, and then we will start the show. Can anybody hear me? Can, no, anyone, sometimes it's a little weird. I don't know if y'all hear me or not. One, if you hear me. Okay, I think I figured out the problem. Yeah, it looks like we're on there. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Good. That means you didn't hear my big burp a minute ago. Hopefully, I had a big old burp a minute ago there, and I thought it came over onto the microphone, but evidently y'all wasn't hearing me anyhow, so that was a good thing. So, hello there, everybody, on a Wednesday evening. Have not been on a heck of a two. Bud Grower says two. Okay. Everybody else says one, but Bud Grower says two. That's good. Let's give the link. But whoever anybody would like to come up, they can. If they don't want to come up, fuck you. I mean, that's not a good thing to say, Brian. That was a joke, obviously. I think. There's a link if anybody would like to come up. Epic Cop Watch.
What's going
Upstate.
on, Brian? How you doing?
What's going on, big guys?
Ha
What's happening?
Upstate on its raid.
Upstate audits raid.
Brian, Epic, Upstate,
What's up?
long
Upstate
second
on
no
the
see,
raid.
baby.
What's happening? What's happening?
What's up? Yeah, I'm Stevie Mal. Can I say a bunch of highs?
Sure, go ahead.
Hi. There you go.
Hey, okay.
There you go.
Well,
Yep.
you guys would probably never believe where I was just lurking. I was
Oh,
just
please.
lurking over to Polly Krispies.
Shit, you just want to, you know.
Well, I was on there a little while ago. I went on there,
Poking the bear.
but it was I don't even remember what the fuck I said, but I said something.
Poking the bear.
And
Let's call you Pokey.
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Fucker.
I've gone on there a couple times recently. Trying this mending bridges. I've been doing.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Even have been over to Polly's, and obviously Polly and I are never going to be friends. We're never going to agree. We're never going to have it. But I go over every now and then.
If that guy would ever end up in jail, he was. Actually, I'll close my mouth.
It's like he'd sit there a long ass time, wouldn't he?
No, but I heard him say he never did jail time. I'm like, yeah, that's the way you are. That's why you're the way you are.
Well, you know what they say about people who say they never did any jail time. No, we don't say that.
Sorry for bringing it up, Brian, but I just
I have. I've done my time. But yeah, so I went over there to say hi. I can't remember why I went over there. He asked me to drop in for some reason, and I dropped in for
today.
maybe Yeah, today he asked me to drop in, and so I dropped in. It made a wise ass remark, and then jumped right back out because it wasn't 10:30 yet, and so I had to shoot to jump right back out. Family time.
Was
So
Tonic there?
no, Tonic wasn't there. I wish he had.
I heard them plan it. I heard them plan it to get you in.
Shit. Hey, Brian, check this out.
Hey, KY, you up here?
I can't read it. What does it say?
Put me on big screen.
Read it, update.
New England,
From
American
News New,
Hero.
okay,
and
it says news from News New England. The guy, News New
Read
England, American Hero, and King of YouTube. Polly, NNE is talking trash about you.
All right, let's start a drama situation there, upstate.
Already?
So I went in.
Hey, damn it, KY. I need you there. Can you hear me, KY?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh God. Water kills up. Hey, there's a little bit of confusion, so I need you to clarify it. Right now, they can see your account, and all they see is 190 in there. 100 being ours, 90 being yours. Okay? This is where you come in. I have not returned the $200 yet. The 250, whatever. Remember?
Right? No, I did not yet.
150.
I've been on panel. I haven't yet transferred.
No,
the
I know, but
100.
somebody is asking me about that. There's 50 still in there for this Saturday, which gives us a total of $250 for this Saturday. And now, is there 100 additional or 50 additional?
No, I have $100. Let
Hold
me
on, I gotta
finish.
answer the phone.
Please let me finish. I have $100 that came into my PayPal that says for food fund. I've been on panel. I haven't had time to go in and open my PayPal up and transfer it yet.
He's gone on the phone, KY.
Bud.
He's gone on the phone, KY. That's what I was trying to tell you.
No, I'm trying to explain it to the person I'm on the phone with, but so you
I got the $100 in my PayPal. I have not had the time to transfer it to the food fund yet.
Okay, sweet. So right now in the food fund, there's $190.
When I put that 100, it'll be $290.
Oh my God! So there's more than what I thought. You know you're God, dude. Anyway,
That's KY for you.
Why do you even question it?
The fuck am I? The food fund panel now? What the hell? Oh yeah, that's right. I am. Never mind.
Honey, we're going out to steak tomorrow.
Honey.
Oh, you're
what do
in the
you mean,
hospital? I guess I'll have to go myself.
I was gonna say, what the hell? What's
Honey,
going on
I got a
here?
hit in Maine tomorrow.
Hey, Numi, want to come over for steak tomorrow?
Yeah.
We could have chicken. We could have chicken.
So as I was saying, so once in a while I run over to Polly's and say hi and so forth. Him and I are trying to be cordial to each other also. So, don't get the wrong idea that if you see me over there that I'm all of a sudden a big Polly fan. It's just we're trying to be cordial. He's got some issues, I've got issues, so we'll just put those aside and just go from there. So, but anyhow, anytime I can go over there and poke the bear a little bit, I'm gonna do it, of course. And I'm sure if he came over here and poke the bear a little bit, he'd do the same thing. So, you know what I mean?
Speaking of, how you doing, Brian?
My first name is Silver. Silver, what's happening? Hey, Big Red, what's going on?
Not much, man. The scene. What's up?
This is it. Any more fun than this? I'd have to sell tickets. Epic Copperage. What's happening, Epic? Where the hell were you just here a minute ago? Where the hell did you go?
I fell off by accident, my bad.
What the hell is it with you guys and falling off? You got to stop drinking so much.
I drink too much, brother. I drink too much.
He's falling off your stool, for Christ's sakes. It's a Byron problem, you know. Silva, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad. What you up to?
Not much. About 5'4".
Not gonna say a word.
Didn't know they flexed it that high, did you?
No, I was gonna say I that's just about right for pole dancing, but I'm not gonna say that. That's what I was thinking about. Gives you more room to crawl up the pole. See, these 6'4" girls, they can't crawl up the pole very high. They haven't got as many steps up that pole, you know. These short girls, they've got it better out. They can get more skinny and up that pole for that skinny back down. See, so.
Oh wow, Brian.
I wouldn't know. I've never pole danced.
Yeah. Well, I'm an expert watcher at it, so
Ah,
yeah, expert watcher. So what was the did anybody get a chance to see No Names live today this evening?
I seen it, but I didn't watch it all. No.
I had things going, but he called me.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all.
We talked about a half hour.
Yeah, he emailed me and see if you were around, but actually he called me to see if you were around, and I told him I haven't seen you today yet.
Yeah, well, evidently there was somebody in there told him to stop whining that had the name of News New England. So he called me up I think he was going to pitch me out until he realized that I was driving down the road and wasn't even anywhere near my computer or my phone. And
There was
realized
also someone in
it
his
was a stock account.
in his chat with Upstate's logo avatar
Oh yeah,
pretending to be Upstate.
yeah. So I guess they were trolling him
Yep.
during his time there today. So
Yeah, I just told Upstate today that somebody's using his logo.
well, I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to keep watch.
I gotta see that.
hi
I
everybody.
wonder if
Jack,
he's as good looking as I am.
Bill, Brian, Lulu,
Brian
Tonkin.
Cooper Bell. Look at all Adam A. My God, cooking with Lulu even. Tonkin in the UK.
Brian, I got an
Oh,
update on your shipment. It's supposed to be there Friday or Saturday at the latest. Yours,
Which is that?
silver
my
is
camera?
supposed to be there Tuesday.
Tuesday
Is
already passed.
You
He
already
said
got it?
last week. No, he said last week it would be here by Monday or Tuesday, and it's not here.
Stop getting hold up though.
I don't know if it's the weather. I know that Bud got his, Graham got his, Hoosier got his, Maddie got hers. They're arriving all different times, so it all depends on how many transfers and whatever. I don't know. Like I said, I had one person mail me a Christmas card on the 3rd of December. I got it on the 6th of January, and that was across town. But my friend in Montana, mailed me the card on the 13th, and I had it on the 17th.
Jackie.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
Where are you
Jackie.
driving to?
Hey, I'm driving home from the hospital. How are you?
Oh,
Good.
you okay?
How
Yeah,
you
I'm
doing?
fine. Good. I went for a shot, and of course, I need another blood transfusion. I need them all the time. I go for one thing, I end up with another.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, we hope
Yeah,
you're
but-
okay. I've got my own
Fine.
problems.
It's a 6-hour tour.
Mm.
Yeah, it must be that time of year. My daughter's my oldest daughter's in the hospital right now. She's they had to put a aortic port in her now. She's got some medicine that she's been taking for pulmonary hypertension, and she's been able to take it orally, but now all of a sudden the pressure in her lungs has gotten above 70, so now they have to start giving it to her intravenously. So now they have a port.
It's not the young one, is it?
No, that's the older
Oh,
one.
no.
She's 42.
I had to call the ambulance yesterday. My wife's at the hospital. She's on the ventilator.
Oh no.
Oh, she's on the ventilator now. Oh God, I hope.
Is she gonna be okay?
Her temperature was down 7 degrees. Her blood pressure was extremely low. Potassium was high. Blood sugar was low. They said she was barely cognitive by the time she got to the hospital. Then they had her stabilized. They were moving her to a private room, and she started to struggle to breathe. So they rushed her back to the ICU and put her on a ventilator. I think they just wanted to say that she might have COVID and trying to get that extra $3,500 a day. I think that's what that was.
Wow.
Man.
She's never had any
sick.
She's never had any breathing problems. No, she wasn't sick.
Oh.
No, it was just her legs that were the biggest concern, right?
It was her legs. Yes.
Yeah.
These hospitals, they're all doing the same thing.
Yeah, but she's
Trying
never
to put people on ventilators and then saying they got COVID for that extra 30,000.
Well, I have to, we have to be careful the way we say this, but
True.
when you're not able to go in and verify and see for yourself, it's very easy for a hospital to be able to call you up and say, we had to do this or we had to do that because of this. Because you're not there to verify this, you're not there to see any of this.
Yeah, and they won't let me in either.
And you're her biggest advocate.
Exactly. So it's very easy for these hospitals now to, and again, we don't want to say any hospital is lying and doing that stuff, because those are the one people we need to trust the most. But it's very easy if you're an administrative and you need to push for money and funding and so forth, to do something like that. So, you hope that's what it is. I hope she's not getting bad.
Yeah, because a ventilator ruins your lungs.
Yeah, it does. And the sad part is they weaken your immunity and you end up getting sick.
Yeah, when I was in the hospital for 21 days there after I had my heart attack. When I had my heart attack, I was in the hospital for 21 days. They wanted to put me on a ventilator. And I told my wife, I says, don't let them put me on a ventilator. I says, fucking let me die first. Because once you put me on a ventilator, I'm going to be in that hospital for the rest of the time. And you don't want that draining.
Back out.
That's what I told her. I said, and you don't want that draining every account and taking away everything that we have, so don't let them put me on the ventilator, let me die first. And I guess the only reason
Finally.
that they didn't, and they probably wish they had been able to.
That was a 2-hour drive.
Hey, Tonka, what's up?
Hi. Well, I just thought I'd view my feelings on what's going on in the hospitals at the moment. From what I see, it's just you're not allowed in. But you're not allowed in to visit and actually take care, know exactly what's going on 24/7 with your loved ones.
Told me I had to stay out in the car.
Yeah, you do get updates on what's going on, but we'd like to know more. I'm just wondering if there's any way.
Well, they gave me the phone number for the nurses station outside the room, and they said I can call anytime.
Yeah, well, I think it could be a better way if hospitals could let you actually monitor what's actually going on live with your loved ones.
No, because they won't allow, because I asked the hospital that I was in for so long whether or not I could do shows out of my room, and I had to break their rules just to be able to go on and do my show when I was in the hospital there for a while, just to go in and do my show and so forth. I had to break the rule, and then the hospital management came up, and one of the vice presidents came up and told me that if they went on my live and on one of my channel and saw me live from my room one more time, they were going to remove me from the hospital. So that's how serious they were about it.
Yeah.
Wow, look at my face. Look at my face. You say what?
It's a whole different system over here because our medical system is majority of the medical
Jackie,
system
how you
is
doing, girl?
government
You're
funded.
great.
It's not privately funded, so it's not about collecting money on most of it. And
It's always
so,
about money, brother.
I know the fundamental is, but it's not about the individual greed of.
Hi, Silver. How you doing?
Could get what I mean.
What's going
I'm
on?
good.
I'm Jackie. I'm on delay.
I
I'm
see
looking
that.
at I'm looking at YouTube.
I got the hottest. I just pulled in at Dunkin's to get a hot coffee, and I swear to God, they put hell in a cup. It's so hot, you can't even drink it.
Well, you remember the whole McDonald's thing?
That's why I always get ice water.
That was
That way,
just
if
so
it's
messed
too
up.
hot, I can pop a couple ice cubes in it.
It's horrible.
Then
It's so
they
hot, you
actually
can't even
made
put
fun
your
of
lips
her.
to it.
They actually made fun of that girl. People were
What?
making fun of the McDonald's girl that got burnt. The lady.
That's
You
horrible.
remember that whole story? First,
Yeah.
it started out she wanted to sue, then people were going, "Oh, bullshit, bullshit," until you realize that was all a lie. That poor woman pulled up to that thing, and they had actually increased the temperature of the coffee so it would make the extra hour through the rush.
Oh
And
wow.
it dumped on her, and it scolded off. Actually, it was the burn was. I think she lost like maybe the equivalent to your entire stomach worth of skin was
Holy
burnt
shit.
off her thighs and shit. And then they tried to make out that she was just trying to sue for the money. It was bad. It was so
You're getting
bad.
me scared to drink this damn thing.
Yeah,
Was it
they're
was
not
it
supposed to do
intentionally
that.
done on her though? Or was it an
What?
accident? I didn't see it. Was it an accident or
She
intentionally
spilt it
done?
all over her or something.
No,
right?
they were putting it through the window thing, and it dumped out, went on her. But the problem was you're only allowed to heat it up so much. They had gone beyond that so that it would stay hotter longer because they didn't want to have to stop to make new coffee. This was why she won. But what happened was, since what they did with the public, her original win was knocked down by a judge, which to this day was a bunch of bullshit. The jury ruled on the decision with a final analysis, and the judge just said, fuck it.
Wow.
I don't know if you all know how bad that is for American law when a judge thinks he can outweigh a group of peers, but hey, we were the greatest country in the world.
Yeah, DOW. My mic's all the way down as far as it'll go. It's not an adjustable mic.
So my phone crashed. I only have a loaner phone right now. I can't make any phone calls in case you guys are calling.
God.
Well, mine's that way too, NNE. The only way I can keep my volume down is to put my speaker at the, all the way so far up it looks like an antenna. But that's okay. I got a $250 headset for $65 because the controller was broken. I drank an average of what, 5 gallons, almost 5 gallons a day for 5 days. Isn't that insane?
You drank how much?
About 5 gallons in 5 days.
5 gallons of what?
Water.
Water,
That's
really?
Water, and I drank 2 liters of
apple cider vinegar.
apple cider piss and vinegar, which was amazing. That shit just messed me up really bad.
Yuck! Why?
Because I got massive. I got salmonella food poisoning.
Salmonella poisoning.
I did one of these just during
They wanted me to go in, and I told this because I kept calling every morning, talk to the doctor, and she's like, "Why don't you just come in? Why don't you just mail me the infection? Ain't going in your damn fucking petri dish, bitch, unless I'm dying." The hell is that?
Yeah.
Brian, what is that?
Sometimes it's the best way to do the old remedies to.
Exactly.
That's my jug of water.
Oh, that's
it. It's a lot cheaper, a lot less hassle.
Exactly.
I drink one of these just during my life.
Pour some in here for me. This one's too hot.
And this is ice cold.
This was too damn hot. Can't even put my lips to that cup.
It's
Burn my bottom lip off.
Shit.
hold it out the window. Is it cold outside?
I'm in my garage. I just pulled in. I just got home.
You're gonna.
It was a 2-hour drive.
Where'd you
Check
go?
this out, Brian.
You can't read it. What's it?
Put me on big screen.
Where you at? Where you at?
I don't know why you just don't read it.
Copyright owner using content ID has claimed some material in your video. You got a copyright strike.
No, is it a copyright? Is it a strike or is it a claim?
No, this is not a copyright strike. This.
No.
I got one of those that night with the I Smell Bacon on Upstate's
Upstate,
channel.
read it. I wanna hear it.
Yeah, that's just a warning. That's saying that you probably had some music or something else,
The video you
or
shared.
you played somebody else's
Somebody
video.
reported your video because that's the one that I got the night that I said I smell bacon on your channel. I got
And
that
then-
same one that night.
Ah, so
And
you
they're
got
gonna
the
take
bacon
some
in
of
it, the
your-
Baconator. When
If
did you
you're
receive that?
if
By
that's
the way,
monetized,
It-
they're gonna
It
take
doesn't
some of
still
your
mean
monetization.
that somebody reported you. It could
No.
that you shared a movie from Hollywood, a part of a movie, a song, anything that's not yours. You could get
Hi,
a
Some-
Banana. How you
These
doing?
big
I got
people,
one that they reported my video. It wasn't for a
They have-
copyright strike though.
they have these systems set up that when you play their music, their videos or what have you, like ABC, CBS, all of them, and the music people, that when you play one of their music, it automatically notifies them.
Teacher.
And it goes to a copyright warning, not a copyright claim, not a
Yes.
copyright strike and a takedown. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to get part of your monetization. So that's all that's about, is them letting you know that part or all of your money going in monetization may be going to that person now
Ah, big need you.
for that one video.
I told them many times to not share things like that. You'll catch a strike, and when you catch a strike, it actually affects your channel.
When you don't want to get a strike. A strike, 3 strikes, you're out. But what you want to make sure is that you don't get get those, because on all your videos, because then you've lost all your monetization on all your videos. Don't play music unless it's music that's
Hey,
from-
Everglade, why don't you tell
Yeah.
me why I talk over people, brother? Go
You
ahead.
just did right now over Brian.
Yeah, I know.
I was just gonna say, you mean like right then?
Kind of right.
Bucket Boy does the same thing. Banana Anna, how's it going? D. Johns, Bell, cooking with Lulu.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
KY.
everybody.
It's funny. Sometimes everybody talks over each other, and then the next minute nobody's talking.
Crickets, crickets, crickets.
Yeah. Where's the cricket? Where's the crickets?
Crickets.
I'm tired.
How about you with Jackie?
I'm tired.
I am too.
I'm just listening.
I didn't get my normal nap today. My daughter kept waking me up. Dad, we got.
Dad, are you sleeping? Dad, are you sleeping?
Oh no, it's not that. It's the minute she starts to hear me snore, Dad, we got. They're off school this week because one of the staff had COVID. So they took her they took all the kids out of school this week. So all of us parents are going crazy.
No, you go get the book and say your teacher sent me some extra credit for you to do.
Yeah.
We've been like that for 3 months already. My son's
bad
been
they
home
look
for
on the
3 months
computer.
already.
Yeah.
Literally 3 months. My son's been home.
My daughter hasn't gone to school since January.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's true too. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what
She's
happened in
a
Canada,
senior.
guys? You know what happened in Canada?
No.
A mother. I'm gonna try to say it. Well, fuck it. I'll just say it like that. If you guys don't like brutal stuff, just cover your ears for a sec. But a mother. No, really. A mother sliced the baby's throat at 6 months old because she couldn't take it anymore.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. Wow, that's what I said. How can you even do that?
What a
Is she
bitch.
still alive? The mother?
Drop off your baby at the fireplace instead of slicing the throat. You know what I mean?
Fire station, not the fireplace. Fire station.
Fire. Yeah, not the
not
fire.
the
You don't want to
fireplace.
bring it to the
Please.
fireplace.
Please, not
No,
at
don't
the
bring her
fireplace.
there.
Take her to the hospital. You know, that's what a lot of people don't realize, that you can take a baby into the hospital, drop it off at the steps, and they are not allowed to ask you a question.
That's
Same-
the fire
There's one lady here, she threw her
Same
kid
with
in
the
the
fire
freaking river like a freaking dog. And she threw
Yeah,
her
that's
puppies in there at the same time. 3 puppies and a baby.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
can
what
do
a
that in
bitch.
fire stations too.
Yeah.
And some
At
places
that point,
allow
just
you
put
to-
them to the fire station. Exactly. Dogs and all.
Fire
Bobby,
station,
you
any
can
first
also go
responder,
to-
fire station,
also-
police station, any first responder, and they're
right,
not
or
supposed,
even some take it at the libraries.
and then they're not supposed to ask you a question,
Yeah.
they're not ask you your name or anything. They're supposed to just accept the child, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Best
unfortunately,
thing ever
some
created.
people don't actually know where they can get the help at the time. So, if it,
Are you
Well,
still
you
on
know what?
update big screen?
Well, you know what they should do is drop the child off, give the child a safe place, and then get their help, and then come
And
back
shoot
and
yourself.
you know, don't wait to get the fucking help if you're that bad, you know, because you may not get to that point. You know, if you're at that point already, drop the fucking child off, then get the help and come back and get your child.
yeah.
I'd blow my brains out before I hurt a child.
No shit.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, hell yeah.
Fuck that.
You know,
That's
you
That's
know,
horrible.
I say the same thing, and I swear I would. But I
Yeah.
know people who have mental illness, and I'll tell you, you know, watching them with their illness when they're really suffering, they are not the same people they are as when they have a grip on reality. When they're suffering, what you and I say right now is nothing about what we would do if we were in their predicament and so forth. The way it you know, it changes someone's mind and so forth, and what your reality is.
Yes,
And
it does.
you know, it's such a you know, I've seen so many people with mental illness that, you know, you talk to them and their sense of reality is so different than our sense of reality, that for you to really blame them for what they've done, you know, as much as I want to blame them, put them in a chair and hit the fucking switch myself, you know, God, you know.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
that is-
why do you have 2? Just out of curiosity.
Because
Too
KY's copying me.
Yeah, you have Enemy Brian and Enemy. Oh wait, that's Packer. Never mind.
So,
Shit, I'm
I
like,
wonder
what
how
the-
long you guys were going to take to catch that.
I knew it. I just didn't say anything.
Who is that?
Yeah, the Illinois Packer fan.
I was going to do this.
Oh, that looks great. Okay.
Oh yeah, there we go. The only one. The only one.
He's going through his impeachment right now.
What's that?
You're lucky you don't get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the stupidest thing I've seen in decades, an impeachment trial. The whole idea of an impeachment is to remove someone from office.
Yes.
You cannot remove someone from office that's not in office. If you can do that, then you can go back and start picking every president and impeach every
Doesn't
last
that
one
tell
of
you
them.
something, Bud George?
Yeah.
That they're still impeaching him because he's still president? They just can't tell the people?
He stopped being president the minute they officially signed Biden in. That's the way the Constitution works. There is
But that's
no
why
2 presidents active at the same time.
Never,
Biden
ever.
already was sworn into administration, ergo Trump is no longer in the administration.
if he wins this impeachment, he will become back into the office. Bet you
No.
anything.
No, he won't. No, he won't. He's done, dude. And no, even if it was started while he was in office, William, it does not matter. It can only be done if he's in office. That's why it's like Nixon. All he had to do was
Biden's
quit
a child
before the
molester.
impeachment finished.
Biden's a child molester.
The what?
Oh, he is not.
Biden is a child molester.
He is a child
He's
molester.
a child molester.
I swear to God, these people. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He is a massive
Child
child
molester you
pedophile.
could have is fucking Biden.
And his speed freak son, whatever, dude.
Silver, you need to do your.
It's the
Silver, you
TDS
need to do
syndrome.
your
Cite
homework.
sources.
What?
What the fuck?
Cite your sources.
Check your sources.
Yeah,
He is a
straight up. You need to
pedophile.
check yours,
No,
Silver.
he
He is a pedophile, Silver. And when it's exposed,
Cite
let it-
your sources.
check
Who's a
You
your
check your
sources.
sources. He's been hiding in the basement for years because he's a fucking
He's
child
been a
molester.
racist for decades. You remember he didn't want to send
Yeah,
his son
come on, man.
to the
It's common
zoo?
sense.
Come on, dude. He's been in office for
All
4
right,
years.
Someone's
enough,
not doing the
enough of
homework.
this.
Cite your
Enough.
sources.
Check
Wait,
your
who?
sources.
Who?
Biden,
You gotta check
the
your
child
sources.
molester.
Who's
yeah.
who is all of this?
Biden.
Are they like Trump?
No, we don't
Biden.
care about Trump. It's not about Trump anymore. Now it's about Biden. It's
Oh.
like, just because you don't like Trump, which I didn't vote for or support either,
I don't like
does
Biden
not
either,
mean
but
that
I don't
Biden is
call
okay
him
to
a
go into
child
office.
molester.
They could have picked
No, Barry, you
anybody
really
else.
need to
There was
check into
plenty of
yourself.
candidates. There was
Biden's.
Sanders.
I don't believe for a minute that Biden's a child molester. But to each his
Oh
own.
my god.
Yeah, to each his
Guys,
own.
he's doing it right on stage. He's grabbing the kid's
Dude,
tits right on
seriously.
stage. How can you not say he's a child molester when he's on stage grabbing the little kid's tits,
Yep, he
kissing
is
the
a
kids
sick
that's not
fuck.
even here?
He's been a sick
Yeah,
fuck
we
for
take it
12
off.
years.
Hey,
Do your
Are they
homework
make it-
before you
wait.
take his side because you'll hate him after that when you do your homeworks. I guarantee you
Wait,
that.
can I say
never-
something?
Oh my God. Number one,
Okay.
I like Biden. I don't like Biden, but I don't like Trump more. But until you
I don't
cite
like either
I'm
one
not
of them, and I
gonna
won't
We're not-
support
we're
one
not
just to
taking
get the other
sides.
one out. That's
until
ridiculous.
you cite
Okay,
your
people.
That is the same thing.
All
people
right.
do.
Hold on.
People,
Hold
people.
on, Diamond, can I say something?
Please let,
I don't
please
like
let
Trump.
me
either.
say something.
I don't like Trump. I don't like Biden. I don't like any of them.
Biden at all.
But
I don't like
let
any
me
of them.
tell
Epic Lulu's
Yeah.
gonna say something.
Let
Go
me
ahead,
tell you
Lulu.
something.
Can I say something?
No.
Go ahead.
You shut up.
Let Epic finish.
Let Epic finish, then you, Lulu.
cite
They making it look, with the editing and stuff like Biden's doing that? And wait, let me just finish. Or has anyone actually caught him in the act? I mean, you know how this works.
There's no catching anybody in the act. If you go do your homeworks, okay, check them up on stage. Parents are scared when their kids are going up on stage. Kids are looking at him like they're super scared. He comes around, gives the kid, doesn't give anybody else a hug on the stage, but yet he'll turn around and give a hug and a kiss to the kids. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's not your kids. He's a fucking pedophile. He likes kids. Do your homework and you'll understand.
But I love kids, and I'm not a pedophile.
It's not about loving kids. Are you gonna kiss and
I
touch
look at it
kids?
this way. I look at it this way. If a parent isn't concerned enough to protect their child by contacting authorities and doing the proper thing of having charges filed, then either it wasn't bad enough that they thought the child was in danger, or the fucking parent should lose the child. I don't know which one, but one of those. All right. So to my view is if somebody allows that to happen, then they must not have been that concerned about it. If he's never been charged with and never been convicted of anything relating to that, then it's a hard time for me to say someone is anything. I would love to say that Trump is a pedophile, considering how many times we heard about the 13-year-old
I wouldn't doubt it.
that he molested and that he beat the hell out of, and he did all this stuff. And he, I'd love to say he's a pedophile, but there were never any charges. There was never a conviction. So therefore I can't. I'm
You know why? You know why he was never charged? Because he's too powerful.
the day the day of saying this person is a pedophile, that person is a pedophile, is over. We can't continue to do that. I was as guilty of that as fucking anyone else. All right, and I got myself in enough shit about it. It's got to be. We have to stand on one rule of law, and that is, if you have not been charged and convicted, you are not a pedophile, unless you've been at least charged.
No, you're
if
right.
you've been charged,
No,
I'll
sorry,
question it.
charging,
But if
even
you haven't even
charging.
been charged, I'm not gonna hold.
But Brian, I understand what you're saying, but a top guy like that it will not be charged very easily like that.
But I don't give a shit. I don't care if you are the fucking president.
Close down the pedophile rings.
I don't care if you are the president or if you are the fucking king of Egypt. You fuck with my kid to the point where I think you did what you shouldn't have done. I'm gonna be the biggest fucking asshole screaming it every friggin' microphone I can get in front of. I'm gonna be the biggest cocksucker you ever fucking met in your life. I don't care who you are.
Cocksucker.
You're gonna have to fucking kill me
Who is
to
that?
shut me up. All right. So
I
these
thought- Go ahead.
so these people who say otherwise,
420.
fuck you,
I say that, Brian, because I've seen him many times, and I've watched many documentaries on him, and that's why I'm able to say that, because I believe it. And people that don't do their homeworks and that don't look around, you can't even talk about it. Just because
I
Biden.
understand. I wish
know what I
you
mean?
would come. I wish you guys would come in with me sometime to the Filipino community when we have a Filipino party, and see different cultures, different people do different things. Every kid gets hugged by every parent. Every wife gets hugged by every man. It's their way of showing affection and so forth in the Filipino community. Just because you and I do not believe in something doesn't mean that other people do not believe in something. He may feel that is his way of showing these children how much he appreciates them and so forth. I'm not going to say, oh, just because he rubbed that kid's head, he's doing it under a sexual thing, or just because he hugged that kid, that he didn't mean it, just to show how much he appreciated, how much he supported him. Because that's what we do in the Filipino community. That's what I see French people do. You go to the French community, you know that up there, Epic. How many French communities have you ever gone into that you don't see fucking everybody hugging each other up there?
Yeah, hugging yes. But when you're touching their fucking private parts, touching their boobies on stage in front of millions of people, Diamond, stop doing that. I'm telling you straight up. Just look up on it and you'll understand. Like that night when you went to Mike's channel and you got blocked, I stood up for you and I said, "Listen, Mike, let's talk to Silver Diamond and let's try to talk to her and make her understand. Instead of blocking her, let's try to make her understand." Okay? And listen, I'm still blocked to this day on his channel because of that. Okay? And just please, before you start making fun of people, before you make fun of people, Silver and Lulu, just please go do your homework, son.
You are though.
Huh? And even if the guy would get charged, we would know. We would not know.
Epic.
Yeah.
I am most definitely not and never will make fun of anyone. Like I said in the beginning, you have your opinion and I have mine. We're all entitled to our own opinion.
Same
Just because.
Lulu, is it not the same in the Latin community? Everybody hugs each other. Everybody to each other.
Yes.
It's a cultural thing. It's just and I don't believe or don't see this. It's not the fucking case with everybody else. And I just wish this fucking society.
We hug each other. Everybody kisses each other. Everybody kisses each other's kids. Everybody. It's just something that we're just known for.
Yes.
Did he intentionally go for the little girl's breast, or it just looks that way in a picture? Unless I see a picture of a penis actually inside a little girl or a child or something.
All right.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be so graphic, but I'm just saying these are my beliefs, and you know that's.
So, out of curiosity, if they stood in front of your kid naked and didn't put it in them, would that be acceptable?
I would
go in them, right?
No. That's different. I would beat the shit out of him, fuck him up,
so there is
and then
appropriate things that do not involve putting your penis in something.
yes. No, definitely. That's a definite.
Okay, Bud and Epic.
Evergrader, I know you must have something against me, brother, but everyone talks over everybody. Why don't you come up on panel and we can talk about it instead of sitting in chat? It's all good.
Hey, Bud and Epic, let me make you this. Let me just ask you this. Now, if you see someone and you see their hand going down in front of someone, and someone says, "My God, he just touched her breast," all right, and you didn't see the actual touching of the breast, but someone made the suggestion that happened, and it was someone that you yourself trusted, all right, then you would tend to think, well, maybe that really did happen. Is there any chance? My belief is a lot of these things that people are seeing is just exactly that you have people with ulterior motives that are blaming stuff. My God, look at how many fucking stupid shit got blamed on me, and you guys fucking know better. Look at how much shit. Oh, well, he said this, so he must be this. Oh, well, he said that. Well, he must be that. You know, the fucking day of somebody is such and such because of this, it's got to be fucking over. If you didn't see it happen yourself and see that it actually made contact with the fucking breast, don't listen to what someone says happened. Fucking use your own eyes. You know that's.
You videotape
I wish we could turn the volume off.
You videotape your daughter at the water hole, so you must be a pedophile.
Yeah. I don't know who this is, but
that's how they exaggerate.
Hello, everybody.
All I gotta say is just this one thing and one thing only. They're a bunch of cocksuckers.
And all I gotta say is one thing and one thing only. I most definitely am.
Oh shit!
I got me cooking with Lula.
Well,
how you doing?
Hi, Glenn. How are you, sweetie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Hi, Glenn. How are you?
What's up, Glenn?
Hi, how are you?
Glenn, say I got
hello, Brian.
Hey, Glenn, what's up?
420 upstate. Can't quite tell you who the other two is.
Glenn, did you get your camera yet?
Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay. They're all getting there eventually.
Yeah. Well, you did got you.
And yours was one of the first mailed out. Here it is. You just got yours 2 days after the other people.
Sure. Yeah.
So, like I said, you can't trust the mail system anymore.
Yeah, and he's the closest to you.
Yeah, and he is one of the closest to me.
That's what I'm saying. He's one of the closest to you. Now, you know,
yeah.
I don't care how much we argue about it. We're not going to all agree with the same thing. But, you know, what I'm saying is the fucking days of accusing people of shit, you know, just because you hear it from some other people, you know, that's got to be fucking over them days. Because there's too many fucking people with ulterior motives. Not saying you guys are. I'm talking about what you fucking hear from other fucking people.
Hey, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Way I look at it is, anybody want to make a claim, they got to show proof.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And I always say,
I can tell you, I'm not a big fan of Biden. Okay, I'm not a big fan.
Glad you too. Do your homework on it.
All I wanted is a link. That's all I wanted. One link.
Yeah, but most of it is like distraction. we're concentrating on one thing and missing the real important things.
It's a sleight of hand, buddy. You know,
Sleight of hand. That's why most petty feuds are just ridiculous.
Yeah, sometimes we're just judgmental, and we hear something and we take it and we run with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, do your homework, but you can't believe everything you hear or you say. That's what I believe.
No way. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You just gotta touch it and you'll see it.
Hey, Miss Lula.
but hey, man, you guys got the right. You guys got the right to say what you think, and I'm the first one that'll stick up for you, right?
Hi, Glenn.
It's just I just wish everybody would just step back and think of what if it was you, if somebody was blaming shit on, without you ever being charged, without you ever being convicted, any of that shit, and all of a sudden people are labeling you a pedophile, a fucking child molester, and all this shit, and not one family has even brought charges against you. Not one family has even made a statement and drawn out any papers. Nothing. But you're being labeled by the fucking half of society as a child molester.
It's the same with cops. Not all cops are bad. It's just the bad ones what give people the.
Hey, Brian.
Go ahead.
I want to tell you now, you can look my name up. I want to tell you now, you ain't gonna find nothing.
Well, nobody ever blamed you, as far as I know, there, Glenn.
Glenn, we know you're good, Glenn.
Well, I want to tell you now, I already had several people done checked in on me, and sure, I had lawyers checked in on me. They couldn't believe it. That I ain't had no criminal record.
Yeah.
Yeah, where did he touch her in the boob?
Listen, I've kissed my granddaughter, right? Give me 1 second. I've kissed my granddaughter, right? And when I put my hand around her, I touched her boob by mistake. And she said, "Hey, mama." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. And we all started laughing about it. That was by mistake. Stuff happens.
He didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Right. And I don't see in that.
He didn't do it.
I did not see it yet.
Hands on her shoulders.
Yes, and she was moving away a little bit, but that doesn't mean she was scared. Maybe he had bad breath or something. Who knows? Maybe that's why she was moving away.
Hold on.
Maybe boys have cooties.
Yeah.
Hey, Silver Diamond.
Yeah.
Don't you know? Boys always had cooties.
I know all boys have cooties.
That's what I tell my daughter.
Yep.
Yep.
So I tell my 10-year-old, all boys got cooties.
All boys
Stay
have
away from them. Stay away from them.
And they don't go away when they become adults.
No, they get bigger. The cooties do. Teenage boys got big cooties. Stay away from them.
Hey, Brian, I got one good question for you.
Yes,
Only
sir.
one?
Y'all order did y'all order a Smackdown hotel?
Well, I always ordering up at least one Smackdown hotel. Can you give us a good Smackdown before you leave? If you're gonna leave.
Yeah. Well, I want to do more than just that. I bought the Smackdown hotel. I'm it. And,
I'm gonna give you a smackdown, Glenn.
And you ain't down with that. I got 2 words right for everybody. Suck it.
Ah!
I had on me. They couldn't believe it. I ain't had no criminal record.
Brian.
Okay.
Yes.
Check the chat. Hoosier
Yeah.
says your wife loves my cooties.
Listen, I've kissed my friend.
Hey, who got the YouTube on?
I don't know. I just heard you say something.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was weird.
I
I know.
that was a few minutes ago.
What's that? What's that? I'm telling you, I felt that echo, and it went right through me.
I don't know who it was.
Well, they got it. They fixed it, whoever it was.
Yep, it's gone now.
They tell them how it is.
How do you like me now?
Ask me.
Oh,
ask
golden
me.
eyes.
Yep, that's the bottom line right there.
She loves him a long time.
I agree, Dolan. And I'm unbelievable. You and I agree on something. If a child comes to you and says something's happening, absolutely believe them, take action until you find out otherwise. All right. What I have not heard is any child that has came forward and says that Biden has touched me inappropriately and had any law enforcement that has taken any action. I haven't heard any child come forward that said to their parents, Biden touched me inappropriately, and the parents have taken action. So you're right, Golden. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, the only people that have accused Biden of anything are you people.
The accuser, huh?
Usually it are those people who would have wished the other side won. Those are usually the ones who are making that accusation. And then you have other people who have been convinced by those people. You know, even good people can be convinced once in a while. You know.
Stop watching Fox.
Yeah, stay away from Fox.
The thing is, everyone's looking into this, and they're not really looking
All right,
into.
guys, let's drop it, man. Let's drop it.
What Biden has done. What types of things?
I knew I forgot.
Clearly, he's fucking sleeping.
What's that?
Yes.
I said, just
I
change
feel
the
like
conversation. You guys don't need to sit there and make fun of it. You know what I mean? Like,
No, man,
before you guys talk shit, go do your fucking research, man.
Oh my God.
Okay, see, this is why I normally say we don't talk politics here, and this is why everybody that says why I don't get involved in politics on the channel, this is why, is because you're going to have 50% of the channel is going to be on one side and 50% is going to be on the other side. So the best way to start disagreements is by talking politics. So this is why we don't talk politics anymore. Okay.
Never talk politics or religion. Those are two that are always going to divide people no matter what.
Yep. What's happening? News now, Preston.
Hey, Brian, you know the best way to stop that, don't you? You know the best way to stop that, don't you?
Is that creep enough for you?
Be like
right on her
that
fucking
oil.
Didn't you say?
Laying
Didn't you
down.
say to stop?
Say
He's
that,
nowhere near her breast.
Tell
He's
everybody
nowhere near her
stop.
nipples,
I lost
and
my
he's nowhere-
nose.
He's nowhere near it. Stupid. God.
Are you okay? I thought you fell, Silver. I'm sorry.
Oh no, the cat.
I thought you
knocked
fell.
the garbage.
I'm like, holy shit.
No, the cat was messing and getting into stuff.
No, cats don't do that.
This thing.
Cats are evil.
Cats
But
can.
Mine is.
Anything new on your court case and arrest?
Well, I hate to say it, but I don't like cats, but I like to see other people with cats because that means they're getting put through as much hell as I used to get put through with them. I'm a dog person.
I have a dog too.
Yeah, I mean, There was one cat that I liked, and that was this big black cat. He used to come home with rabbits' heads from, and I mean, he was a hunter, so, and we hardly ever had to feed the cat because the cat would never eat because it seemed to like more wild stuff than anything else. But that's about the only one I ate that I liked.
Mr. Bryant,
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, Glenn.
Has anyone been following Northern Corruption Monitor? Looks like he's going through a bit of a hard time at the moment.
Who? Northern Corruption? No.
Yeah. He used to be car diagnostics guy, but he lost his job because of COVID, and he's joined our community. He's got a couple of arrests on him, and he's worrying about that. And about to get chucked out of his house and stuff. He was asking today if anyone could take care of his dogs. So he's got to that stage.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Where is he from?
He's live at the moment.
Where is he from?
I think he's from up north. I think he's from Canada. I think.
You got a link of his live. We'll check it out.
I'll try and look at it.
Put a link in the private.
Yeah, this morning he was pretty down. Then he done a live about midday over your time, cheered up and better because people's come out and helped him. I think someone is going to take care of his dogs and that. But he's just looking for help. He's struggling big time. I'll see if I can try it and find it.
Okay, it disappeared.
Man, you know what? Wise, we know who you are. And from now on, you know what? This is just ridiculous.
Who's that?
Now they're coming in under Wise Observer. They
I just kicked him.
just ban them.
Yeah, I already kicked him.
I mean, I timed him out, but I don't.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody comes in and being insultive like that, just fucking get rid of them. They ain't playing games. You know, I don't mind people coming in and got a disagreement.
That was cute.
Who's got a disagreement, but if they just come in and disagree, and
Oh, that's so cute. Wise Observer, you're so cute.
No, they're
I
not.
just got rid of them.
Now they're gone, along with that other idiot. That's not. No, fuck that. Way to go, Tommy, by the way.
What's happening, Tommy?
Tommy Wood is in the house, people.
That's how I'm handling all my trolls. Just kill them with kindness.
Well, I kill him with a big gun.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't time out attacks. If it's an attack, get rid of them. We don't, because they're. I mean, what are you warning them about? Oh, don't come back and attack again. Of course they're going to come back. They may wait 3 or 4 days. But they're going to come back and attack again. Fuck them. Get rid of them.
Yeah, they'll just make another stock account.
Well, that's why my ban box is so friggin' big. Takes me a half hour to go through with it because I've got every stock account imaginable. I make them son of a bitches. Make me stock accounts.
I don't have
I've just put the link of his live in the private chat. I didn't get his channel.
Thank you, Bill.
If someone wants to have a look at it. But if you see the one, his third one, he was in a pretty bad state. And he's worrying. He's been worrying for a few days about it.
You said you did put it in the private?
Yeah, in the private.
I'll be damned.
That's his live at the moment.
Look who's in the.
Yeah, you know what, dude? I know. And funny, not my fucking panel, not my fucking chat, whatever.
Who's that?
It doesn't matter. I'm not getting into it. It's not your.
I tried to put it in private, but it didn't work.
Tell him, bud. Tell him.
No, this is.
Transparency. How you doing?
Tell me about it.
Bring any more drama to him. I will not do it. End of story. Tommy knows what's going on. Tommy can take care of it.
Okay, Tommy's here. Oh, Tommy's here.
Tommy, you know what to do. Yeah,
Hi, Tommy.
Elsewhere.
Well, Bell knows what Bill knows too because he was there when we were discussing it.
Yeah.
Same here.
I can take care of it, but
I'm not. I did off of my channel, but I'm not going to off of Brian's.
Tommy says, no worries.
I ain't worried, Tommy.
Hold on. You know, there's something I've been meaning to do with Tommy. Anyway, I forgot.
We don't want to know about that.
Well, Tommy is my super mod, and I keep forgetting to tell him that I need his. I don't know. I lost his freaking email again.
Whoa! Why was cut? Whoa, Tommy,
What?
why did you? Why he banned Cop Watch Transparency in Virginia?
Because he needs to be banned. He needs to be thrown out of the channel and needs to stay away.
Really?
Yes,
I didn't
really.
know there was a problem with him.
He's a
Major
police.
problem with him. He's a cop for starters. He's a liar for second. He put a video up on me and Ice's channel and lied about it. We busted his ass and he ran. CFW chased him for a couple months and he came back up again. He admits, he got on panel last night when I called him out. He said, yeah, I'm a cop. And I asked him, well, what was about all that lying you were doing and then how you ran? He turns around and says it was just a joke. Ain't no joke. We busted you. You tried to lie, and then we got his full. Actually, Spirit managed to get his real name because he went to his PayPal, and the idiot had put his real name up on his PayPal.
What was the video about? What was the video about he put out?
He stole somebody's video and tried to edit it and say it was his. Got up on the panel, and the luck factor of this. Somebody that was in the chat room knew what that video was, and it was about 5 years old. So they went and looked it up and gave
I think I remember that.
CFW. And CFW went and Ice and us were like, well, wait a minute. You're saying this is your video? And he's like, oh, that's me. And then we're wait a minute, but it's not you, it's a different name. And he got all quiet. And now he's trying to say that was just a joke. And I'm sorry, people, but he will tell you I'm a cop. We don't want him around.
Well, he might have done that, but he might have done it for a good reason. He might have actually put out that video because he was actually discussing what's happening as well.
Maybe he shouldn't have come in.
I don't know why he's lying about it. He should have said, oh, look, I've got a video. Just watch it.
Yeah, but he had to make it out it was his. Flat lied. When he was called on it, he refused to just say. And now months later, after we cornered him, it's all about it was a joke. Yeah.
Well, you know, stealing people's videos and stealing people's content is not a joke.
And it's not a joke to come into the A1 community knowing what we feel about cops, lie about shit, and then not refuse to talk about it, but just ignore it. Well, it's not going to go. I'm going to ignore
Okay,
it.
God is real. Give me a face and not God's face.
Anyway, that's what's with him. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, God is real. Show me a face.
There are a lot of cops who, there's a lot of cops who don't like what's going on, and they're trying to reach out as well.
No,
That's
there's
hard
no
for them.
problem with cops themselves, dude. But if you come in
bad
and you
one.
lie from the get-go, why should we believe anything else? You steal somebody else's work, why should we believe you're not doing other things? Hell, we jumped down people's necks for doing small things. This guy flat came in and lied.
Hey, we got a new member. Who's your news now?
Who's
But
your news
anyway,
now?
that's been taken care of.
He better be a fucking member. As much of a harassment he gives me. Giving my wife information about me all the time. He's just doing that to get him closer so we can get more shit on me.
That's it.
Hoosier should come up here and introduce everybody to his girl. Boy, I'll tell you. Everybody remarks on how beautiful my wife is.
I'm
And how
paying for your
young
wife.
my wife is. Yeah, y'all ought to see this guy's girl.
Yeah, but maybe she don't want to be seen.
Oh no, she's all over the fucking internet.
You know you're in trouble when you see the wife monogramming hankies with his name on it.
Oh shit!
At least it's not the underwear.
I'm glad I wasn't in the middle of a toke. Shit.
Hoosier's just upset that he would have had his wife here by now if it wasn't for COVID. The only thing that's keeping him from bringing his wife from the Philippines is COVID right now. So,
Oh, she's still in the Philippines.
yep.
Oh man, that must suck for him, big time.
That's why he's always fucking trying to tell my wife shit.
Yeah.
Every damn time I turn around, my wife comes screaming downstairs. What are you doing this for? What I'm not doing, goddamn liar. Who you just told me? Oh shit, never mind.
Good to hear, Tommy. Good to hear.
Yeah, we rocking. Well, you know this.
Like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, fucking guy all the time doing that to me. You know, you just back off, dude, you know. But no. No, okay, I got to get something straight. Hoosier and I joke around with each other a lot, all right? And everybody probably thinks, you know, Hoosier and I, you know, don't like each other and blah, 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 and thinks that, you know, we're not best buddies. And you're fucking right. Yeah, I want to get that across. No, I'm just joking. Hoosier and I are all right. We're friends. We just joke around.
Yeah.
Hi, earlier flowers. Who is? I know that they told me. Is that your wife, Brian? No, that's your wife upstate.
What's that?
Isn't that your wife upstate? Earlier flowers.
Beautiful wings.
Flowers? Oh, beautiful. Shit, I don't know. Okay, I'm wrong. So many names to remember. It's so hard.
It's like beautiful butterfly or something like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Wings. Beautiful wings.
Beautiful wings.
God, you can't even remember her own name.
Now I'm really confused. Is Beautiful Wings?
Something like that.
Yes.
It's your wife. Lean over and ask her. Jesus Christ. We're all guessing for an hour and a half and we can't figure it out.
She's downstairs.
What happened to God? Oops, I was just about
Hey,
ready to
what's
say
happening?
hi.
Everyone's been asking.
What's happening, God is real.
Good. How about you guys? I was just listening and I decided I'd tag in. God bless you guys.
God bless you too. Just no. So what's real? What's
Yeah.
wrong?
I put the link out there again, guys. We are good for Saturday, by the way.
I just put this up because this is one of my favorite audits that I did. I went and audited a place where they were filling up water tanks. So they like to joke around that I audited a water tap, and I guess in a way I did that. But you got to admit those are pretty good looking water taps. Who the hell is this son of a bitch?
You know your water taps, brother.
I tell you what, I know my water taps.
You know your water taps.
Yeah.
You guys think the whole bottled water thing is a fucking scam?
Bottled water is, well, you know what? If you knew the stuff that was put into bottled water before it was put into your bottle, you probably wouldn't drink it.
Your bottle?
Because if your bottled water went right straight from that tank right into your bottle and then got shipped out to you, by the time you get a chance to crack that top off and drink it, it would already be stagnant. So therefore you have to put chemicals in it to keep it fresh.
Yeah, to
Otherwise,
preserve
it's stagnant water.
This shit ain't making me no smarter.
Well, apparently a Frenchman invented the bottled water.
Can you imagine that?
Imagine that.
The Frenchman did anything that us down here use on a regular basis. Hell, there's a lot of stuff they did. So where are you from that God is real?
I don't know, man. I think it's all a bunch of fucking gimmicks, right? People figure out a way. It's like the chips on credit cards. You ever notice if your chip malfunctions, it makes you swipe? So what was the point of the chip? Did someone just convince the people in control of credit card companies that a chip was necessary to make money off that patent? Because ultimately, when the chip malfunctions, you still have to swipe your card. So why was the chip introduced to begin with? You know,
Because the chip holds more information than the swipe. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm just
I always
guessing.
thought it was like what they did in Vegas. My neighbor, where my mother lived, he lives exclusively on gambling. When they introduced the card, they were able to track where he went and stuff. All those people making a living like that, it all flushed down. It's a way of tracking you everywhere you go, everything you spend, and how much, how little, whatever. I don't buy into the chip thing. I really don't. It's not secure. They try to tell you that, oh no, it's more secure. Sure it is. But yet we've had the CIA, the FBI, Homeland Security, every major banking, every major store has been hacked into. They do not hack individual accounts. They hack into the service at the business. So all this card bullshit nonsense is not going to protect you. They're not going for your card. They're going for the service.
No, it's gonna be protected, bro. We'll be good.
Oh yeah, okay, we'll be good. That's why it's all been good. Because it's just been so damn good. I feel so safe. I feel so safe. Like the fact that Social Security accidentally, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, let out
You can
7
buy
million
card
Social
readers and just
Security
pass.
numbers with
You can
names
just
on it.
pass someone and read their card information with a chip and pin. It's not that protected.
It's nuts. I practiced law in LA, and I actually had a client once that he's still in prison right now. And this individual would literally walk into like a Starbucks and use his laptop
I
to
got it.
steal the information from people's credit cards within like a 12-foot radius. And he did this for years on end until he got caught, and now he's serving life in prison.
Oh my God.
Well, it's like the guys that have the scanners. They can walk past you. They do this often in the Philippines. That you have to be careful about how you carry your wallet, because these guys will walk past you and they have the scanner and they'll scan your wallet on the way by. And because of the chip, it'll actually give them all of the information on all of your credit cards that the chip puts out. And the swipe, the magnetic stripe would never do that. But these new chips, because you can swipe them in front of these things, they're able to grab them.
That's why you buy a wallet. That protects your card.
RFID. Yeah. RFID protective.
Yeah.
No, that's why you always carry cash in the Philippines.
Well, exactly. That's why I don't carry any credit cards. When I'm in the Philippines, I have no wallet at all, because that's what they're feeling for when they go to grab anything out of your pocket is a wallet.
I figured since you mentioned that, I might as well bring that up.
Nice. Seriously, you make this wallet looking bulge near so when they can fill you up.
Is Omaha in jail, guys? I heard Omaha was in jail.
Omaha took a plea deal to get out of jail. Omaha took a plea deal to get out of jail on Monday.
You see that?
Is that one of those
It was basically.
Oh, I thought he was in jail. It went from a year to 0 time.
Yes, I know, right? On obstruction of justice charge, right? And they said,
Hold on, guys. Who's your talking? Hold on, one at a time.
Right, because God was talking too.
Go ahead, user.
God is trying to show the seal there.
I was just going to say, whoever was talking about that RFID chip thing, so this wallet claims to protect from hackers because it has the fabric inside, but I don't know if it's real or a gimmick.
Sorry, Hoosier, I didn't hear you.
Some of those wallets are good, but there are others that are knockoffs.
Yeah,
Well,
knockoff.
But anyway,
they claim that with my Gucci that you can't scan either. But
your wife's coochie. What?
No.
What? Wait a minute. I was invited to your wife's coochie. What are you talking about?
Oh no! No, you did not. Oh my god!
Gucci.
Oh my god!
Gucci.
Oh, Gucci!
Oh my god! That was so bad it hurts.
Are you drinking another beer, Brian?
He was drunk if you ever thought he got invited there.
That's how you know I'm not rich. I have something called a stealth mode. It claims
Stealth
to
mode.
prevent
Oh my god! I
hackers.
want to hear this.
No,
It's called stealth mode. That's my wallet.
My
I don't
wallet
know
is
what
worth
kind
10
of
times
wallet I
more.
have.
Yeah, but my wallet is worth 10 times more than I ever have cash in it. So if they steal my wallet, they got more than they'll ever get cash. So
I have a question for God.
Mine's a fossil.
All right. Oh, I love this. Hold on.
there you
Silver's
go.
gonna
Awesome.
ask God for advice.
No, I'm not asking for
We actually got her
advice.
saying this.
Mm.
Go ahead.
I better change
Go ahead.
my
We're
name 'cause I
waiting.
definitely don't want to be affiliated with
No,
the
I just
creator.
want to know. I want to know what you do in this community. What
Wait,
what
wait,
is
wait.
your role in this community?
I don't know. I saw you guys on live and I discovered you guys, and the majority of my experience in my free time with engaging with people online has been it's left a very bitter taste in my mouth because people are just all they want is drama and negativity.
Well,
But your
then you come
channel,
to the
since
right
I
place.
well, but here's the thing though, since I subscribe to your channel, now this might be surprising to you, I have experienced the least amount of negativity. Like, you guys actually talk about good stuff or you make me laugh. And so, I've been listening for a while, and today I was, listening to you guys talk about some deep things. So I was like, hey, I'm going to hop on. Other than that, I'm not a troll. I have no purpose here. I appreciate you guys for having me on.
Oh,
Well,
cool.
but you know what
Hey,
you
what
know
the
what we
community
do,
is.
right? You know what this community is about and what most of our goal is. Then, right? You've been here long enough.
Well, from what I've discovered so far with the New England News thing, just in the last 4 days I've been watching you, it's you guys talk about like current events, and you guys just try to like build a conversation. I don't know if there's a
We're all about the Constitution. We're all
the
about the First
Constitution.
Amendment.
We're all
The
about
First
coochie.
Amendment, keeping our government officials accountable, and in doing so, we film them, and we are fighting for those rights.
Yeah.
So that's basically what we're doing here. But we're all friends too, so we hang.
This channel right here, we are a support channel for what's referred to as the 1A auditors or the constitutionalists who go out and and do the cop watches where they'll go and if they see a cop where the car stopped, they go and they make sure that the individuals within the car, that their rights are being adhered to and so forth, or if there's something else going on, they just go there and make sure that their constitutional rights aren't being broken and so forth by government or law enforcement or what have you. So what this channel does is we are here as like for instance, Upstate Audits, he is an auditor. 420, he is an auditor. You have Hoosier, he is an auditor. You have KY.
Like for the Department of Revenue type of thing?
No,
they audit. In other words, they are auditors who go out and they audit what the police are doing. Are the police doing what they're supposed to be doing?
auditors, cop watchers.
Not overstepping their mark.
Government accountability.
Yeah, government accountability.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And this is why I think God is real, because I feel like I met you for a reason. Like, I practice criminal defense, so I literally represent people who don't have enough resources to fight the government when they get caught making a mistake.
Well,
That's arguably not even
the right community.
Yeah, so I've always had an issue with the courts and prosecutors, rigging the system to get people jailed.
and you will find a lot of people on both sides of the spectrum as like there's a lot of Republicans, there's a lot of Democrats, there's a lot of liberals, there's a lot of progressives. There's a whole mixture of people in this community that we basically are fighting for our rights, because our rights are being trampled on daily. And so that's what we're all together. And we're like me. I don't go out and audit or cop watch. I help the community by giving away equipment and donating to their PayPals, donating to their super chats. So there's a lot of different things that a lot of different people do in this community, but we're all a family and we all believe in the same thing and we all believe in the same goal.
Hey,
Hoosier,
welcome in, brother.
Like again, Hoosier News Now is an auditor, cop watcher. He'll go out and do do that. And like, say, for instance, if he got thrown in jail, we would then put a campaign together that would help him to raise money for his bail, that would help him to bring awareness to that he's been thrown in jail. We would do
arrange to pick him up at the jail.
We would get people down
Oh,
there.
whatever. None of you guys like me because I'm a white guy. What the heck?
Well, you like for that reason, because most
Matter of
because,
fact, God is real.
well, yeah, I mean,
God is
Tell them
real.
what I did down there in
most of us are
Rochester.
black. I mean,
God is real. Just to show you that I was arrested on for filming in public, and they all helped me out. They paid off for my camera footage from the police. They actually helped me out a lot. So this is a great community. Just like Silver Diamond said, it's amazing. There's a lot of support behind it too, and more support we get, better we get, and stronger we get.
Now I gotta ask you, like, so when I went to the UCLA School of Law and I was introduced to Freemasonry at a young age before even understanding what it was because of its involvement in politics and laws and stuff. So I gotta ask you in the sense that, do you think that there's any hope in the judicial system, in the law enforcement system? Because from what I'm seeing is there needs to be an absolute reconstruction of our system, whether it's the three judicial legislative, and executive
agree
branch.
on that.
Yeah.
And the only way to do that is for the people to actually stand, which is going on now. You see in the United States, there's thousands upon thousands of them that are carrying cameras and going into our government buildings, even here in Canada too, holding them accountable and asking for transparency. And it's getting stronger and stronger by the day. And is it going to work? We're hoping.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to
Just
take time.
just a second, please. Brian, I put the Feed the Homeless Fund link in the private chat. Can you run a banner?
Bud Grower's been posting it.
Yeah, I've been posting it, so yeah, we got it. But yeah, you don't need to banner. I'll just keep putting it up. Thank you, though, KY.
I've been putting it in there too, but
I know you saw my comment how your itty teeny one compared to my big banner. I'm just have to say.
Hey,
It's not a
Brian
it's not a
or
size
KY,
thing.
tell
Nothing you. Oh, okay.
tell AJ the Believer what I did down in Rochester.
he smoked a lot of weed and got high.
A lot of weed, yeah. He
Oh
smoked a lot of
shit!
he drank.
I do that anyways.
I've talked about, and I've got a couple things to say. First, I do have an update on my arrest back in August, but do you guys realize that there's 4 branches of the government actually, instead of just 3? You say there's the executive, the judicial, and the congressional, right?
The legislative, yeah.
Okay, well, there's actually 4, and if you really kind of follow the politics, and I know this is going to irritate people, but the military is the 4th branch. And as a matter of fact, that, in all honesty, is who is in charge right now. Because if you look at the White House, the live feed of the White House right now, I guarantee that it's dark. The White House has not been lit up since Biden was inaugurated, which means the president is not there. Okay, the White House is dark when the president is not there.
Now, Hoosier, just really quickly, do you think that we may, as individuals who want to find the truth and seek justice, be misled by these Q movements that want to have us believe that Trump and some secret military operation is taking place, in essence pacifying the revolution, pacifying the people, and allowing the elite to continue their agenda? Do you ever consider that?
Consider what?
That
everybody
there's really
wants to know the
going
truth.
on. There's really no big, operation occurring, and the White House is dark. That more so, regardless of who we think is in charge, this same evil conglomerate controls the agenda. And so, like, my thing is, in the last 4 years, people who believed Trump was going to save them, people who believed QAnonymous was real, that kind of pacification is just as dangerous as believing Fox and CNN are the truth.
Oh, sure. Oh, I agree with you. But I mean, if you look at it, Trump got a lot of things done, and now it's all going to be tried to be reversed. But if you follow things and you really dive into the stuff, and you read the Constitution and you read how the system was played and written out, okay. And again, many of you are going to disagree with this, but if you read how it's really was written out and everything, Trump was ahead of the game for at least a year. Okay, he did everything by the book all the way up until the inauguration, and they let Biden go in. They had to
Not that out of 4 years. Oops, oops, oops.
No, what I'm saying is they had to let Biden go in. And I'm going to bore your panel, or in the chat and stuff, but they had to let Biden go in for at least 45 days to fulfill the so-called coup. Okay. Nancy Pelosi, it's just like with the 25th Amendment, right, where she tried to force Pence to do it. That is a coup. Nancy Pelosi also went to the CIA and told them to remove Trump before the inauguration. And the military said, we can charge you with treason because you're trying to attempt a coup by forcing the military to do that. And these are facts. The CIA director even came out and said that that's what she asked of him. So, I mean, you look at the facts and you look at the stuff going on, and you can clearly, in my opinion, see right through it. Now, there's difference of opinions, and I get it, and I respect their opinions. But in my opinion, you can see right through what's going on if you follow politics. I mean, I have a master's degree in political science, so in government. So, I mean, I know how the game's played. I've studied it, I've watched it, and it's just the way you look at things, right? Of course, Silver is going to disagree with me. I'm sure Brian disagrees with me. We've had discussions and stuff about it, and I respect their opinions. But if you look at it, you can see all the evidence points in one direction.
What happened to Silva?
I just wanted to point out your major in political science. I have a great regard of respect for that, because as a practicing attorney, whether it's politics or studying any kind of jurisprudence, it's so important to understand how the infrastructures of authority occur in the Western world. And at the age of 27, I'll be turning 28 here on April 27th. I'm a proud American citizen. My family's from India, Punjab. They're Sikhs. I went to Catholic school. I consider myself more Christian than anything else, but what I have to say is, I think that when you run for your local mayoral position, when you want to be a mayor in your local town, the amount of blackmail and under the table deals that occur just for you to be the mayor goes to show that if you get to the position of a presidential candidate, let alone being elected for the executive presidential leadership position, is just another confirmation that you're a part of this cabal of the 1% that's manipulating the resources and hoarding control, so that close to 8 billion people in the world just work into disease and death. And generationally, the cycle is repeated out of fear and losing what little we have as individuals. And so, I think that this idea that there is some hope in the government, it sounds great, but I'm such a pessimist at this point. I feel like, I believe in God, and I think when you read the Bible, when you look at these religious, manuscripts, it's quite clear that the principalities of earth, of flesh and air, belong to Lucifer. And when you look into Lucifer, and you look into Babylon, and you look into Rome, and you look into the foundation of the European monarchs, and you look into how 46 of our presidents, 36 of our 45 presidents, to now the 46 obviously, are direct descendants of European aristocracy. When you look at how George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr. are so closely tied to European royals, when you look at how Dick Cheney was responsible for so much illegal stuff that occurred under the administration of the Bush family, it's just, there's all this stuff where I sit and I go, you know, as someone who was born in Queens, New York City, my family had to move away from New York City all the way to California, because at that time, being brown in New York City was, you had a target on your back, because, you know, everyone just thought you were a Muslim. Everyone thought you were Osama's relative. So it's like one of those things where I'm starting to think that we're being manipulated time and time again. Every time there's some new hope, whether it was Barack Obama with the Democrats or Donald Trump with the Republicans, we're being manipulated by the same 1%.
Well, and that's why Trump
Can I
was
say
such
hello?
a breath of fresh
Let them finish.
That's why Trump was such a breath of fresh air, because he was an outsider. People thought Obama was an outsider, but he wasn't. He was a senator. So, you know, it's
Hoosier, he dropped. He's on. Yeah, he's not here anymore.
Who's that?
You're frozen. Oh,
Oh,
God bless. He's gone.
Anyway, hello, Ginger.
yeah. How you doing, Ginger? How's it been?
Hey,
Hi,
Ginger.
everybody. Hi,
Hi,
Andy.
Brian.
Hi, Ginger.
Hi, Ginger.
Hello, Indy.
Hey.
Brian. Okay, there.
Hi, Ginger.
Hi, Tommy.
Down there.
You're roboting really bad, Ginger.
Yeah.
Hey, AJ the Believer. Hey, AJ the Believer. Hey, I'm a dedicated follower of Christ, and welcome you to the 1A community.
Yeah, man. For sure. Welcome.
Yes, Indy, and I haven't given him a hard time about religion on my page. Aren't you proud of me?
You're doing good.
Well, you know, it's crazy. I talk to so many scientists that are atheists, and a lot of these atheist scientists get turned into spiritualists at the least, if they don't want to abide by religion, because they look at simple things like the neurological connection to our fingers and our hands. They look at simple things like how the universe exists and how our Earth is protected by an atmosphere in an ultimate black hole, and they say, hey, maybe there is creative intelligence behind this universe, you know? And to me, that's the biggest evidence that God exists, because the smartest people in the world that don't believe in God will run into amazing forms of, you know, we don't have a computer that can replicate what the brain can do. When I'm talking and sending signals to my fingers and how acute these fingers are, how they move, that's very articulate. And to say that biology just did that naturally is arrogant, you know? It really is. At the end of the day, I don't know. I lean towards God being real.
And I'm a good old Catholic.
No one knows until it's
I joke around about religion, but I'm a Catholic boy, right? To think that there is not some higher power who created something that can go from a single cell to the president of the United States, or any country in the world, or you or I or what have you, from a single cell. You know, you're reaching pretty far to think that that's, you know, not other than by design. It's got to be by design of some higher power.
Design or experiment.
Well, we're not. None of us are perfect. So you know, you believe in whatever you believe in. But again, even if you are a devout Christian or a Catholic or Protestant or whatever your religion is,
I don't care if you're an atheist, as long as you're good at it.
Well, I mean, like I said, even if you don't believe, we all screw up, and there's consequences to you screwing up, whether it's after, in the afterlife, or whether it's in this life, or whatever. So, and I'm a Christian, so I mean, it's not that I'm defending atheists or anything. They have their own beliefs, and that's fine with me. But when you get into the whole false prophet thing and all that kind of stuff, that's where it gets a little touchy too. So
well, and the odd thing too, I totally understand what you're saying. It's so important to understand that a form of control is designed to divide and conquer us. But when I look at just my experience in life, whether it was law, joining Freemasonry, or anything in general. Just like, I live in LA. I don't know if you guys know, but this is literally hell. Like, people sell their souls to the devil to fucking make it and be famous, and like, parents will let their children spend hours alone in rooms closed with directors and producers just to be famous, just to be rich, right? Just a different life. And so all I'm trying to point out is that when you look at Hollywood, when you look at the foundation of the Holly Tree and how witches used the Holly Tree to perform magica, dark rituals, Satanism, essentially, I see so much evidence of the devil. I see so much evidence of archaic evil that fills the void of darkness, right? We have to understand that yin and yang are two aspects of the same definition. So light and darkness cannot coexist without each other. They have to both be there to exist. So when you flip the light switch off, the light goes away, the luminescence goes away, but darkness fills the void. When you flip the light switch on, the darkness is overwhelmed by the luminescence. So they both exist and they coexist. They have to be there at the same time to be able to understand and define each other. And that's why I think, when I see the evil, when I see the devil, when I see the Yale Skull and Bones 322 fraternity, when I see Freemasonry, when I see Rosicrucians, when I see the blatant pedophilia in the Church of the Vatican, when you look at Islam too, you look at radical aspects of.
It's not gonna go well.
Well, you look at radical aspects of Islam. You look at radical aspects of the church.
I just finished
And I
talking about that.
just 10 more seconds. I just want to say really quickly, there are so many cases settled in millions and billions of dollars every year, outside of court, to keep families quiet about priests touching children, about imams touching children. So there's all kinds of evil shit occurring in these elite fraternities and infrastructures. Is that a natural occurrence? I genuinely believe that's not. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But did you guys see what's going on in the camps in China at the moment, where the police are arresting innocent people just because of their religion?
Oh, they've been doing that for decades.
Yeah, I know. But they're putting in. It's coming out, and he was broadcasting our news, so it's coming out now.
Yeah,
I think there's a sect of Muslims that they're going after right now.
A lot of stuff coming out. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, I will. He was talking about the auditing community and arrested and all that kind of stuff. I will update everybody on my case and everything from August, when I was tased and arrested unlawfully and all that kind of thing. Monday, I filed a $700,000 lawsuit against the city.
Woohoo!
I finally got my phone back, and when I got my phone back, SD card and my SIM card were missing.
Yeah.
The video was deleted off my phone, and I was arrested. And Indy can attest to this. I was arrested on the 15th, right?
I believe that's right.
Okay.
Oh, my memory.
about 7:30 on the 15th of August. My phone logged in. They logged into my Google Cloud on the 17th and deleted the footage before it could be uploaded. There's a tracking through Google that shows that my phone logged in from that phone and video was deleted. So in my lawsuit that I filed, not only for the prior restraint of keeping my phone without a warrant for 5 months, yeah, well, that's will be part of the federal thing too. Now it's more of a criminal thing. Plus it's unlawful arrest, prior restraint for keeping the phone.
Your footage hasn't been logged as evidence.
Well, no, they kept it without a warrant and searched it. So there's the illegal search and seizure because they took the SD card out, and then they went in and deleted the video off of the phone, and then they deleted it out of my Google account before it could upload.
Yeah. So there's no way you can request that as evidence. That's what it's trying to do, isn't it?
Well, no, my phone is being worked on to pull it off of my hard drive. because they're not smart enough to figure out that they didn't scrub my phone. They just deleted it. It's still on the hard drive.
Yeah.
In the phone, so it's still in the memory of the phone. I just can't take it because it was deleted. It can be pulled back. So that's being worked on now. Plus Google, when I contacted them, they're looking into being able to pull it back as well. So, and then they can completely prove that, you know, it was done.
There you go.
But yeah, it's it's the unlawful arrest that's included in the lawsuit that I filed on Monday. So there's 4 different things that I listed. So that's going forward there. So I just wanted to update everybody on that.
More.
Did you end up finding a lawyer to do that for you, or are you going to try to do it yourself?
Right now, an attorney's taking care of it. Yeah, constitutional attorney.
That's good.
Hot dog.
So yeah, that's kind of the update on that. So
well, that's good.
I'm happy with what he said. Man, this is what we're going to file for, and I'm like, that much? He's like, oh yeah, they Fourth Amendment rights.
I didn't hear you say how much I was doing something. How much did you say?
700,000.
Only that? Shit, I'd have gone for 7 million. Fuck them.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can't.
You want to remember the Supreme rule.
Well, plus the excessive force is the biggest part of it, right?
Yeah.
Being tased and arrested.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
For doing nothing, right? So,
yeah.
And of course they're going to probably ignore it for the 90 days. They have 90 days to respond. And they're probably gonna fluff it off as long as they can, just like they did with getting my phone back to me. Did you
tell them that you weren't? Did you tell them up till this point you hadn't even felt comfortable with going back out and so forth? Just now you're getting to the point of where you're comfortable with going back out. I mean, fuck, they pay all that.
I did discuss my anxiety when it comes to doing this, and I'm not as comfortable as I used to be.
Yeah.
And I discussed that with the attorney, and that's why it's the price at where it's at. A lot of my sleeping pattern has been screwed up for this entire time since then. It's just part of having something like that happen, right? So it's it's all included. My attorney said I don't have to go to a doctor to get diagnosed for anything or anything like that. So it's just he said it would be a good thing, but he's like, you don't have to do that. So
due process is a slow process.
Yeah, and like I said, they've got 90 days to respond to it, and set up whether they want to do a settlement, whether they want to go to trial, whatever, right? I'm up for going to trial. I want the people to see that they took my phone and took the evidence out. I want people to see the video of, what happened.
Well, that's a criminal act,
Yeah, that's why I'm saying when it goes to the federal, right now it's not set as criminal. When it goes to the federal side, it'll be set as a criminal because that's a criminal act. Now it can in this lawsuit can be when we get to that point of whatever their decision is, it can be mentioned that the criminal act and stuff like that. But right now that is just part of the search and seizure, illegal search and seizure. Because that tray on my phone, it's a Note 8, right? That tray is a lockable tray. You have to have a tool stick in the hole to unlock it. It just doesn't come out by itself. And both cards wouldn't, even if it popped out, right? Both the cards wouldn't be missing because the tray is basically wedged in there. I don't know if you guys have those type of phones or not, but
I have an iPhone. I thank God for that motherfucker because I have iCloud. Everything that puts onto that motherfucker I can go to cloud and get it when I get
Well,
my
yeah,
next
but
phone.
that
And Android has the same thing. Just Google Drive.
yeah, that's
Google
the
One.
whole thing. They
Yeah.
logged into my Google Drive and deleted the footage that hadn't uploaded yet. And the only
And the
way
only way that
phone-
they could
the
have
only
done that,
way-
they
the only way
could have done that was if they hadn't shut off the phone and they went into your phone while it was still open.
It couldn't have been 2 days. 2 days after, no. And my phone does not log into my Google account unless it's on my own
Then
trusted.
how did they get into your Google? In your cloud.
They had to have plugged it in to something to get past my password and everything.
Then that's above and beyond just some officer popping out a
I know.
fucking an SD. That's someone has taken it somewhere and purposely. So that's an intentional act. You know,
Yeah,
that's above.
absolutely.
That's above and beyond. Oops, I forgot where I put that.
Yeah, it definitely was
SD.
not an accident.
No, and that's
Right.
what I'm saying, because my phone does not log into any other Wi-Fi except for mine unless I allow it to, right?
Yeah.
So if they got it onto their Wi-Fi and logged it in, then that's using the phone, and that's intent to criminally, destroy evidence. Had that evidence been against me, it would still be in their custody.
Oh yeah, they would not have lost it.
And of course, it took me 5 months and like 8 phone calls, and I finally called the city attorney.
Oh, they were hoping you were going to go away.
Yeah, pretty much. No, they wanted to hold my phone until the 180 days was up, so I couldn't file the lawsuit. But when I got the phone back, because we have a statute of limitation of 180 days to file against the city, I think it's 9 months against the state, but the city is 6 months. But when I called the city attorney, he put me in touch with IMPD's attorney, and I told him, I said, you guys are looking at a prior restraint. I said, you know what that is, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, then why do they have my phone? No search warrant. And even the incident report says there was no search warrant for my phone. So, the thing that really irritates me is that I guess they passed a law here in Indiana back in 2014 that you only get the basic incident report. You don't get exactly what the officer wrote out for it, because that is no longer public information.
Yeah.
Which is, ridiculous. I'd like to see what he wrote out.
What the fuck good is that, right?
Well, because when I talked to IA, they told me, he said, I put my hands in my pocket, which is
No, that's what
clearly-
I'm saying. What the fuck good is the general, of getting the redacted one. You want to know what the fuck his first impressions were.
I want to know what his affidavit said. I want
Exactly.
to know what he said and signed under oath, saying what he, saw or whatever. So,
Yeah,
but again, there's no charges filed against me. They refused to prosecute or denied to prosecute. And I didn't find that out until 2 days before my court date. And then when I called in for the court, they didn't even know who I was. They didn't have any record. When I started asking questions, click, they hung up. So, that's clearly their game playing. So
yeah.
Your attorney may ultimately be able to get that under discovery if it goes to the point where they're gonna not settle. I'll be surprised if they don't try to settle.
Yeah, I mean they're going to be stupid not to settle, especially for only $700,000. Because I'll tell you, I would have been twice, 3 times that.
I would bet they'll come back with an offer somewhat under the $700,000, but they'll come back with an offer to settle.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll be whittled down. I'm not. We started there.
And I wouldn't make any comments now as to what you would accept or anything.
Yeah,
No,
they're stupid if they don't.
So
well, and here's the thing: if it does go to trial, he said we'll up it because we'll ask for 3 times his attorney fees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just going to be, he's like, this is what I proposed to them, and we'll just have to see what they say within 90 days.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and
Sorry,
this
I didn't
is
mean to bore everybody, but that was kind of an update.
Well, and the thing of it is, this is an initial settlement offer. If he ends up going to court, he probably will be going for a hell of a lot more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially with the evidence missing. You go in front of a jury and they say, okay, well, how did this happen? I mean, had I had a full bumper case on the phone and that happened, they'd be really screwed.
Yeah.
But the case that I have on it, it's a shop case, but it only covers the corners and the sides. It doesn't cover the top where it's easy access for that tray.
Yeah.
Out. But that tray, like I said, that tray does not just pop out by itself. It's locked in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What excuse did they give you when you contacted them about the missing the missing stuff?
Oh, well, unanswered phone calls from the city attorney and IMPD's attorney. The property room, who, when I went to get it, tried to arrest me again for disorderly conduct because I was recording. I had 4 deputies and an IMPD officer babysit me while I was there. The deputies left, and then the IMPD officer thought he was Mr. Billy Badass, and I told him I wasn't riding up in the elevator with him, and he forced me basically to get in the elevator, or he was going to arrest me for disorderly conduct. So yeah, it's it was an experience.
That'll be some good footage that you'll end up publishing someday.
Oh yeah, it will be. That's the second time I went to get my property, and they tried to arrest me for disorderly conduct because I was asking questions.
That'll be some good footage.
Well, they wouldn't let me inspect my phone while I was there because I was like, "You guys have a paperclip I can use to open the tray, to make sure everything's intact and all that?" And they said, "No, we can't allow you to inspect it here." I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" I was like, well, I already claimed that my screen is cracked, so I need to inspect the whole thing before I sign this piece of paper, sign it out. And they're like, well, and that's when they got on the phone and called the deputies. So,
you got that on video too, no doubt. So that'll work into the case.
Oh yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. But you just gotta let the process work it out. And
next time you'll know to take a paper clip with you that's straightened out and clip to your shirt pocket so you can just reach up, grab it without saying anything. Hope that.
Oh,
hey,
well, no, that would have probably been considered going through security a weapon.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, they'd make you take your belt off and your watch off and all that stuff. So,
I've got a little one hanging out of my keychain, and it looks very innocuous, and it just looks like it may be as part of the keys.
Yeah. So. Well, and I didn't even take my belt in with me when I went in because I was, I didn't
want to hassle with it.
Yeah, I didn't
Flip
have a
it to your
watch on.
fucking underwear.
I didn't have any keys. I didn't have any. All I had was my phone and my jacket that had metal on it. That's all I had. So, it's a crazy thing when you go through all that and you have to deal with their crap. And of course, you're already in the basement of the city county building, and then they can just take you right over to the frickin' jail, and you don't want to do that. So you don't want to fight back so hard, So it's just. I sat and laughed, in the footage that I'll put out sooner or later. I'm walking through the halls, calling, have a nice day, happy fuck the cops day, piggy, and all that kind of stuff. So, It's just, they obviously didn't like me there. And then
Can't
they were
imagine that.
eyeballing me. Obviously, they knew who I was when I went to get the incident reports.
Good night,
last
Silver.
week. And,
Night, Silver.
they were eyeballing me and following me around to get that. So it's just, a process that you got to go through. And, but unlike some people in the community, I don't, take a plea deal to get out of jail, so.
I never took a fucking plea deal. What the fuck are you talking? Oh, no. Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
No, I'm just, Omaha just irritated me, right? I mean, they tried to get him from obstruction of justice because somebody else swallowed drugs, and he turned himself in on his warrant, and knowing that the charges were BS, he took a plea deal, time served, because he turned himself in. And he was facing a year. Okay, well, you're facing a year, time served, that just doesn't make sense. They got to win because they intimidated you into a year. And I just...
You okay, Andy?
That wasn't me.
Oh, I thought it was
it's
you.
upstate.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fuck upstate. He's just choking up a lung.
Both
But
of them.
that's the second plea deal that Omaha's taken, in a year. So
Yeah.
what I mean, yeah, he's got other cases and stuff like that, but when they know that you're going to take a plea deal after plea deal, they're just going to keep messing with you.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
he took a plea deal in October.
I just hope that everybody else fucking fights. I mean, I understand why Josh took his plea deal. And again, I'm going to say this. I don't know how many times. I don't think I've ever said this in the past. I am one of the biggest ones that kept going back to Josh, asking him to please consider the plea deal.
Well, yeah.
Is because I thought it was ridiculous, the chance he was willing to take. And I went back to him many times to ask him to please consider the plea deal. And if you guys knew how many times it took me, Hoosier, other people, to get him to even consider that plea deal, you would understand how much against taking a plea he was, all right? But you have to understand that plea that he took was long before his auditing and constitutional and so forth. This is stuff that when he was not the same person he is now and so forth.
And the other factor is, I mean, all evidence he was guilty, And
Well, but 10 years for driving a car is not, not something, and that's what we went around and stuff like that with that. It's not worth 10 years. So, if he's just going to do, less than a year or whatever, then that's,
I got no problem with somebody who's guilty pleading guilty.
Well, no, and you're right. He did, and he is admitted to doing what he did, right? But again, like Brian was saying, it was 3 years before he started doing any of this, and he said he will never take a deal doing what he's doing the auditing or cop watch.
Yeah, I think Indy's talking about Omaha.
No, I'm talking about Josh.
No,
okay. Oh,
the plea deal he took was actually it was a good deal because he was guilty.
Oh
and
yes,
was facing some serious time.
Yeah.
And if you're guilty, I've got no problem with the person pleading guilty. I don't know enough about Omaha's case to speak to that.
Oh yeah. I mean, like Josh says, there was, he had admitted to his wrongdoings and so forth, and there were mitigating circumstances which he didn't want to get into, and wasn't, didn't see it worth, pursuing to try to get himself off. So he was accepting, the wrong that he'd done prior to what we do now. And so people are going to hate it when I say it, and I'm going to have those condemn me for saying it. but I applaud him for coming and saying, you know, look, this is what I did, and this is the punishment that I have to go and do, and he'll come out a different guy. So
if a person's guilty, they should, you know, if a person's guilty, there's no shame in pleading guilty.
No.
Right.
No.
Yep.
You know,
And it had
And
nothing to do with
sometimes if you're innocent, you have to plead guilty because you haven't got the finances, or you can't deal with the hassle or the repercussions or anything if it goes wrong.
Yeah.
So with Omaha, I think he hasn't got the finances, or he doesn't actually know how to fight it.
When does he
Properly.
get
Needs
out?
a lot
by
of
the way?
advice.
How long is
still.
he in for? How long is he in for?
You talking about
he's
Josh?
Yeah.
He's already out. If you're talking about Omaha.
No, he's talking about Josh.
Oh,
Josh.
I don't know.
A year, I think.
He'll be out before the year's out.
yeah, he'll be out by the end of the year.
It's late summer, early fall.
Yep.
I would between 6 and 8 months. I would expect.
Yeah, with good
And
behavior and everything.
And that's, you know, depending on what good time he can keep and so forth. Bear in mind that they're pushing him pretty hard in there, trying to get him, you know. So I'm not going to go any further than that, but they're pushing him pretty hard and so forth.
Yeah. Yep.
What do they?
He is not taking. Let's
Just
put it this
picking
way,
on
guys. This is not the easy time that everybody thinks he's having in there. This is a rough time for him.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
I remember the day he went in.
You know, when you're the last year you have spent, you know, holding cops accountable and holding, you know, other government officials accountable, and then all of a sudden they have the opportunity to have you in a position where they can hold you for whatever they want, accountable, not accountable, whatever the hell. Expect that it's not going to be a field day.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, guys, I'm going to jump down. It's getting late.
Yeah, guys,
here, brother.
I think I'm going to do the same thing. Everybody, I appreciate everybody coming on.
Congratulations.
It's 1 o'clock.
Well, it's not over yet.
Oh, I know, but I'm glad it's finally filed and.
Well, congratulations on getting an attorney that would take.
Yeah, getting that started.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be a long. You know, you're probably not going to see a dime for 2 or 3 years, but.
It's possible.
Yeah, but I mean, it's possible you'll see it before that, but most likely it'll be 2 or 3 years. Hang in there.
Like I said, they've got 90 days to look at it and all that kind of stuff, and then it goes from there. So they've got to respond. They've got to respond in 90 days.
Right.
Being someone that's been involved in settlements before, I can tell you that 90 days never happens. They end up asking for extensions, and
that's
they
what-
look for more information, and it will be 2 years before you ever get a signature on a
And the
piece.
negotiation, the settlement can happen anytime before the judge issues the verdict.
Yeah, and this attorney is well known. He's beat the city and the state many times. So.
You mind
And
saying
that-
who it is, or you want to keep
And
that?
that makes a big difference, because if the city knows that they've gone against this guy and has lost many times, then usually they hold that.
Yeah.
It's not Rutherford, is it?
No, I'm gonna keep that on the low for right now.
That's fine. That's fine. All right.
Bell admin is leaving. Bye, Bell. Have a good evening.
Bye, Bell.
Bye, Bell.
Hey, Bill.
Good night, everybody.
Call,
Okay, everybody, I'm leaving too.
Indy, call me. Let's have lunch.
Brian's leaving. Damn it. Okay.
He's gone.
Go ahead, bail on us, Brian. So it's all good.
Hey, you know, it's the type of scumbag I am, ain't I?
That's what I've heard. But...
Freaking scumbag.
Yeah.
Hey, you'll be a bigger friend of mine if you win a case, all right?
Yeah, well.
Just remember that fucking big boat and big camper you're going to buy so we can do the Alaska camp.
I'll be buying a plantation in the Philippines.
Well, make sure you get a big enough fucking boat that when we're down in the Philippines, we can go out there and we can do some real good fishing out there.
Yeah, well, the money's not in the bank yet, so.
Well, yeah, when it gets in the bank, just don't forget those guys who were doing nothing for you. I mean, that will happen.
Ryan, thanks for having me up, brother. Upstate, it was great seeing you. Tonkin, always a fucking pleasure, brother. Hoosier,
Yeah.
talking to you. And
Yeah,
KY,
yeah.
talk later, brother. Prayers again out to your family, everyone. Give KY, his wife is in the hospital, so we can all give some prayers.
Oh no.
I hope
Did you hear
she's
that? I missed that.
gonna be better, brother. And call me if you need anything, guys.
And while you're praying, say something for my daughter, Ada. She's in the hospital right now, not doing well. So,
Damn, what's
we'll pray for
Really?
her.
wow?
Damn it, Brian.
Yeah,
Everybody,
my oldest
send
daughter.
prayers out, people, and then everyone in chat's been great. We'll see you guys soon, and again, both KY and your daughter, sir. Pray
Yep.
for both of them. KY, you looking good, brother. I'm happy to see it.
You looking good for an old fuck.
Yeah,
I think that's what he meant to say.
brother. I just was telling me.
I think that's what he meant to say, KY, was you look good for an old fuck.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Brian just wants to fantasize about someone fucking you, and I don't know why. But I just like all I'm trying to say. Because anyway, I'm gonna go, and God bless you all.
Take care, bud, girl.
What happened, Hoosier, is I was helping my wife, and she wasn't talking straight, and she grabbed my hand to show me something, and her hands were cold. So I started questioning her, and then I helped her change her pants. And I said, "Oh my God, look at your legs. Your legs are turning black. You're going to the hospital." She had been hiding it from me.
Yeah.
And,
Oh no.
But by the time she got there, her temperature was down 7 degrees below normal. Her blood pressure was extremely low. She was barely coherent, but she was responsive. They took blood, stool, and urine samples, and her potassium turned out to be high. Her face was starting to be swollen, and so they did a number of things, to solve the problems that she had. After she was there from 3 in the afternoon until about 4 in the morning, about 2 in the morning, they called me and asked me for permission to put her on a ventilator because they said she was having problems breathing.
Was she on oxygen at that time? Did they try oxygen first and up in the levels of oxygen?
I wasn't there. I can't answer that. They wouldn't even let anyone. It wouldn't let my son or me in the hospital.
Yeah, well, that's the questions people should ask first. What
You should ask them if they can email you a copy of her chart so you can see what her oxygen level was prior to being put on the ventilator.
They say that they were moving her to her room from the ICU when she was started to have breathing problems, and then they moved her back to the ICU and put her on the ventilator.
Yeah.
Oh, so
it's
she's on
just
the
a shame
ventilator.
that it's just a shame that the doctors can't do actually a live conference call with you, showing you what's going on with your wife at the time.
Yeah, they
showing
could
her
do a
stats,
Zoom
showing how
or,
she is, so you can
FaceTime.
actually
I'm sure
see
they could.
for yourself.
Like half of these fucking doctors don't have phones that they can't just turn on and fucking show you.
It's in their pocket. You know damn well they got the cell phone.
They have that. They have that.
Yeah, I know, but it's not a company phone; it's their own personal phone. So there's issues there, isn't it?
And they're not allowing you to go see her.
Yeah.
Well, that's to like contain the spread of COVID.
See, in Maine they're allowing one the spouse can go in and see
one person, and you
one
can't
person.
switch the person. If I go, then my son can't go visit her, or if my son goes, then I can't visit because only you designate one person. That's the only person that can come and go from the hospital.
Yeah, that's to limit contact.
Yes, yes.
That's the spread, isn't it?
So
it's a hard thing to grasp and get around because you're worried about your family and loved ones. and doctors are trying to do their best, but without you actually being there and seeing what's going on, you can't make a full decision, can you?
No, I can't make any informed decision. I can only go by what they tell me, and I have a feeling they put her on the ventilator to collect that extra $35,000 a day.
And that's an issue to me right there. Okay.
Yeah,
They want to call you and they want you to make these decisions, but they want you to make these decisions blindly.
Without being fully informed, right?
Right.
Yeah. It's got to be more transparent.
She's not able to inform you on what's going on either. So, or they're not allowing that. So, I mean, I don't know. That's
It's hard to. I don't know if I'll have to look into it more now if we can do it over here, but I know we're not allowed in most of the lockdown areas. It's different, like different states and that. So.
Even if you bring someone to the ER, that person gets to come into the ER, but the person bringing them has to wait outside in their car or some other place. So they're not last year, the year before in 2019, you brought someone to the ER, you sat in the ER and waited for them to come out,
Oh yeah.
But because of COVID, that just changed everything.
Ugh. So stupid.
But still, they could Zoom or do a FaceTime.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, and I'll be praying for her.
All right, thank you.
Your daughter too, Brian.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, I'm going to jump down, guys. It's time.
Okay. I'm out of here, you guys.
Talk to you
Take
later.
care.
Talk to y'all later. Take care.
I'm gonna jump down to. I am tired.
Okay, everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate y'all coming tonight.
I gotta go through my PayPal, see how much money I got. I know I got about 600 tonight.
$600 tonight.
I saw one PayPal note. It said you received money on PayPal, $300. So
Hopefully the banner did some good. Hopefully the being up here tonight did some good. You know me, I like to help you guys out on that stuff. So
yeah.
Hopefully we did something.
someone from a business sent me $100 that said for helping the auditing community. Here's some help. Pay back. I thought, wow, that's great.
Yep. Well, hopefully everything works out.
Was that you?
Gee, I wonder who that fucking guy was.
I'm out of here, guys. Everybody in chat. Peace and love.
Upstate. Take care, buddy.
You too.
Talk
All
to you
right.
later.
Later,
Take
everyone.
care. Tonkin,
Later,
you
man.
have a good one.
Tonkin, thank you for coming.
You too, mate. All
Take
right,
care,
take
buddy.
care,
Stay
mate.
safe. Be well.
All right,
Okay.
bye-bye.
No name. You got here just as we're all saying goodbye. What the fuck? You're always doing that. I think he waits around for us to all say goodbye. Then he comes in. What's up? Okay, everybody. We'll talk to y'all later. Take care.
Is he in the chat or is he in the basement?
He's in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Okay, later, everybody. Bye.
All right.